So I was out and about and I saw an ant. So because I was bored and I had nothing better to do, it was on a lawn chair, right? When you see shit like this, it's very easy to anthropomorphize. I was thinking, oh, poor ant, it's all alone. And ants are usually social creatures. So I was thinking about how much anxiety it must be feeling all alone on this huge lawn chair. And I did the same thing. So I went to ChatGPT and asked, do ants feel
Oh
anxiety?
my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass.
But think about this, right? The only reason that we anthropomorphize all these things, that you are a social creature and intrinsically you know how it feels to be like that, alone on a huge spinning rock. I'm sure I would look like an ant from an aircraft, right? I would look equally fragile, tiny, and helpless, but somehow enough to survive, just like that ant. But the ant doesn't have the sense to be significant, but every one of us does. Even though I am small, fragile, and helpless, and very, very, very finite, I need to make my life count, make meaning. It does bring back some sort of control back to the creature who knows that it is very, very finite, a sort of a rebellion towards death. Like the very fact that I am mortal can't take away the fact that I'm important, sort of stance. I mean, sure, why not? Meaning is an excellent way to retain the illusion of agency and helps us go on. So, why not? But I was thinking, at what point does meaning stop being a great positive illusion that helps us survive the horrors of finiteness and starts becoming something harmful? Because that's the problem with illusion, right? It is like rolling down a mountain, it is inevitably going to pick up speed. Let's say, for example, God. Now, let us take it as a concept instead of going into the whole debate of whether God is real or not. It's an excellent positive illusion that helps you sustain through difficult times in your lives. Something to put your burden on and carry on acting so that you don't get frozen in place by your anxiety. A place to pass over your frailness so that you don't have to bear all of that alone. God will provide, God will protect. It keeps you walking. Word devotion is an interesting thing, which essentially just means everything of you and nothing of me. Shows you your finiteness. See, this is the problem. Even fate never intended to lie to you, like commonly we'd like to perceive. The very fact that you put your faith in something, an acknowledgement of your finiteness, isn't it? And your frailty in your human condition. But how did we move from a coping mechanism that helps us still recognize the truth of our frailty to tearing each other apart with absolute certainty? Machiavelli talks about politics, right? He talks about how politics was never about morality, but it was about power. So, is meaning making similar? Did we just use meaning making as a polished way of reclaiming power? Are we so egotistical that we are unable to accept that we are just the equivalent of an ant on a lawn chair of this universe? Is our identity bigger than our gods? That we made them serve us and do our bidding against each other? All it takes is one tiny finger to squish this ant. No one is ever even going to remember the fact it existed to begin with.